no saturation now, which is 16, and then obviously 6 on gas, so I don't need to like tell you that. But I have got a few goals for you. Okay.
Okay.
So, goal number 1 will be if your minerals get to 1,000, build a macro hatchery. Okay.
Okay.
Goal number 2 will be, if possible, like that's a big statement. If possible, like, and I don't mean, for example, you're in a ZVP and he's attacked you once. That's not a wall. That's a hurdle that you need to jump over. But basically, if possible, you need to take a 3rd base by 11 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
And number 3 is I want you to fully saturate 2 bases by 8 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So what these 3 goals will do is they will help you into the mid game. Okay? Your early game is like really, really struggling at the moment because you just don't have the drones for it. And what these 3 goals will also do is make sure you're not putting down a layer at 4 minutes, or you're not going infestation pit at 5 minutes, because you know your money's being spent on drones. You know, these like little subtle changes will make sure that your gameplay like evolves to the right level where it needs to be.
Okay.
Okay, and as like a little like side goal. So if you want to put this as your 4th, or just something to like think about during a game, is I want you to have complete map vision at all times. So I want you on every single Zelnaga tower, and I want a single ling, you know, anywhere you can't see. So, for example, you know, on Core Hole Compound, you know, you've got 2 Zelnaga towers like in the middle. I want a ling on each one of them, and I also want, you know, a ling on his 3rd base, and a ling on either side of those pathways round the edges of the map.
Okay.
Okay, and what this will do is this will make you feel a lot safer and a lot more comfortable, like you do in ZVZ. Like, I've noticed that if you're in control, your play is so much more crisp. But when you're like you're being attacked, or you don't know what's going on, suddenly you're building, you know, 8 roaches and, you know, 4 spine crawlers, and you're not taking a 3rd because you just don't feel safe. And that's, you know, that's something that safety feeling is something that you need to achieve through scouting and better economy. Because obviously, if you've got, you know, 80 drones, 5 bases, you know, you've got 20, 30 lava banked up, and he attacks you, you can just build 30 roaches. You know what I mean? And 30 roaches will probably crush anything he's, you know, heading at you. Rather than having, like, you know, 30 lings, 8 roaches, a couple of infestors, some mutalisks, and no way to, like, reinforce. Suddenly you'll have, you know, a very, very refined army, and a very, very well upgraded army, and also if you lose that army, then you can just build another one. You know, that's the great thing about being Zerg. Like, if you lose an army, you just build another one. It doesn't matter. Like, the amount of times I've beat people because, you know, I've sent 80 roaches at them, for example, like a ZVP, I've sent 80 roaches at them, and the roaches have killed half their army, or a quarter of their army, but all my roaches died. But by the time, you know, they've kind of go, oh my god, I survived that attack, thank god, there's another 80 roaches at them. There's just nothing you can do. Like, I've literally, like, I've won games where, you know, they've turtled so hard that, you know, they build a 200 army. And the way I've won is because I have just taken half the map. You know, I've got free Roach Hydra, or free Roach Hydra Corruptor, or, you know, free Mutalisks. And, you know, I can lose all that army, but I can take half theirs with me. And then, by the time, you know, they've had a chance to, like, warp in 8 Stalkers, whatever, There's another like army waiting at their door for them. I mean, and that's just power of production. That's just one way to win as a Zerg. Another way is to, constantly counterattack. You've got super fast lings. These lings can be in their base before they've even had a chance to spot them. You've got super fast roaches. I mean, roaches are quick. Like, people don't realize how fast roaches are. Like, roaches can go attack a third base and pull back in time to defend your third base. I mean, that's the speed of a roach. I mean, you've got so many options as a Zerg, but right now, if you try to branch out into, like, 4 or 5 tech trees, you're severely hurting the power of Zerg. A Zerg power comes from timed, well-constructed armies. I mean, I don't mean like well-constructed as in like properly balanced. Like, I've got to get 20 Zealots, 10 Stalkers, 2 Colossus, 2 Void Ray. That's the death ball I want. I mean, a well-balanced army is because, like, okay, he's going pure Stalker. I'll go Roach Hydra and just annihilate him. But if he wins that battle, then I've got another Roach Hydra army just waiting. And that just comes from having, more bases, more economy, better drones. And that's all you need to work on. Like, everything else will fall into place as long as you have that economy to back it up. Like, right now your drone production is really, really, like, low. And that's hurting you so much. Like, it may seem that, oh, he's got a better army than me. Oh, he's got better upgrades than me. But in reality, the thing that's, like, making you lose games is because he has more economy than you. And if you have a less of economy than your opponent as a Zerg, you're going to lose. Like, majority of the time, unless your opponent's like really, really bad or like, throws armies away or something like that. But you've got so much opportunity now to make sure your drone count is where it should be. And that's just like, I just want you to work on that, like, put in a big header on your notepad right now that if I can make drones, I should be making drones.
Okay.
So basically what that means, if, he's not attacking you, build some drones. And then suddenly, you've got a lot of minerals coming in. So, minerals get to 1,000. Oh, I'll build a third base. Oh, they're at 1,000 again. I'll build a fourth base. Oh, he's still not attacking me. I've got 4 bases full of drones right now, and I can build whatever the fuck I want and win. This is basically what it's going to boil down to. The whole, like, the rotational around this lesson right now is you need more drones.
Okay.
Like, and everything will evolve from there. Like, absolutely everything in your play will evolve from I have more drones.
Okay. I think I just kind of had a wrong type of mindset, because, like, against, like, ZVT and ZVP, I kind of have more the mindset of I need to be a little bit more defensive. I can't be as aggressive as I am in the ZVZ, because they either they do the wall off, so I can't really do much against it.
Okay, yeah, I fully understand that. But
I guess I should have the mindset is I should be more defensive by building more bases. That way I can build the army whenever it comes.
Exactly. Do you play poker at all?
Not often.
Okay. Well, the basic poker mindset is if they're playing aggressive, I play tight. Okay? So basically you play less hands, you bet less, that sort of thing. And basically it's the mindset that whatever the opposite of they're doing is probably strongest. So, for example, you've gone into a game. Somebody's playing like really super defensive. You shouldn't attack into them. Okay? If they've got a wall with 5 cannons behind it and 20 stalkers, there is no point attacking into that. So the right thing to do is take an extra base. Because they can't attack you. So why would you build an army?
Okay.
Yeah?
Makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So basically, and of course that comes with map control as well, because obviously if they move out, you've got 5 bases but no army, then voila, in 30 seconds you can have an army. That's the beauty of like the Zerg race. As long as you can see the map and you've got enough of economy, you can build an army instantly. And I mean instantly. Like you could have, you could, for argument's sake, right? Say you don't build a single Zergling until you see his army, right? So you've got 5 bases, you've got 80 drones, you've got all your tech there, and you see him moving out, right? But you haven't got a single ling, and then all of a sudden you've got enough of an economy to instantly build 50 roaches or 50 mutalisks or 50 hydras or 100 zerglings or whatever the hell you want to build, and then your army's ready for him, and you've got the economy to back it. But right now what you're doing is, I don't feel safe, so I'm going to build an army, and that army literally sits in your natural base the entire game.